Hey, what's going on, friends? This is Paul Hutchings. Hope you're having a great day. This is The Good Parts, a daily social media show where I go live once a day, Monday through Friday, right around 11:11 Eastern Standard Time to share one good part from my life and or my business in an effort to help you create more financial freedom, prosperity, abundance, goodness, happiness, joy, all the good things that life has to offer. That's my intention. Good for everyone. That's what I want to do with this show. And in today's episode, I want to share with you how to be seen more if you are creating live social media content. And I know not everyone will be creating live social media video content, but this is specifically for those people because this morning I had a great friend of mine share with me a fear that she had. And as I listened to this fear, I realized that I resonate with this fear as well. It still bubbles up for me from time to time where, and I'll explain the fear in just a moment. But before I do, I want to give you an invitation to let me know if you're tuning in. Tell me who you are and where you're plugging in from. Gregory Napier, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Nick Romani, who's been consistently tuning into my Good Parts episodes. And this morning, as I was preparing my notes, I got a message that said, "Are you not doing a live today, brother?" So I thought that was so cool. Nick, thanks for checking in on me. And I think that's a good sign when people notice that you're not there. And that's why I say around 11:11. So apologize for the flexibility on the time there. But also, if you are tuning in on the replay, let me know where you're plugging in from. How are you doing today? What's good in your life? Share the good below. Hey, Nick, good to see you here. So before I get into the content, I wanted to share just one little quick piece of good news that came to me in the mail. I think it's good to share good news, right? Too much negative news in the world. But as you may know, with the business that I'm building, we donate a portion of all of the revenue that we bring into a community or to an organization called Feed My Starving Children. And typically what this organization does, one of the things that they do is every month we get a letter. It's kind of like a form letter where they thank us for the money we sent and they let us know how many meals we've provided. And then it's always signed by the executive director of the foundation, but it's not signed with a pen. You know, it's like a stamped signature. And so I'm thankful for these letters, but they're, something a little missing, I guess you could say, that personal touch. And last month we got a letter in the mail and I noticed something different about it. And I wanted to share this with you real quick because I think it is inspiring and it also kind of communicates the value of a personal touch. So I got this normal form letter and I started looking at it and I was like, wait a minute, there's something different here. So here's the stamped signature that is on the letter every month. Over to the right, this was written in handwriting and in pen. And I held it up. Wait, did someone write this in? And I look, is that real ink? And sure enough, it was. And someone had written in, "You are all life savers." And that was so cool to see that. And I just appreciated that so much. And I was able to share it with our community. And I know they appreciated it as well. But I just wanted to highlight that for the reason that it really does illustrate that in today's world of high tech, fast paced, automate everything, if you can take the time to add some kind of personal touch to what you do, man, it goes so far. It really does. So anyway, I wanted to share that as a piece of good news. Now let's get into the meat of the content. And so here's the story. So I was listening to a friend of mine this morning. She's a great friend. I've known her for a very long time and I love her so much. She's so filled with light. And recently she has begun she started creating live video content. She's like over 70 days straight in a row. How cool is that? And I'll shout her name out. Some of you guys know her. Her name's Rita Joy. And so if you think it's cool that she's created over 70 straight videos, let her know in the comments below. I think that deserves a big shout out. Anyway, we're on a conference call, our Courage Mastermind this morning, and she said something that I thought was striking. What she said was, I think sometimes one of the fears that we have is not the fear that people will love us, not the fear that people will hate us, but that people will be indifferent to the content that we create. Another word for indifference is ignore, right? Where there's this fear that, like, hey, if I get out there and I create content, what if people ignore me? What if there's no likes, no comments, no attention? Like, in other words, what if nobody sees me or cares what I'm doing with my heart and my time and my mind and my words? What if that happens? And as she said that, I thought about that, and I thought, I have this fear demon too. When I first started doing these Good Parts episodes over 70 days ago, this was a new thing for me. And even though I've been creating content online for a long time, this was a new format. I'm putting my face out there on Facebook, like on social media. My friends, my family can see this. People in my company can see this. What's going to happen? What if it doesn't take off? What if people ignore me? And so I've been able to conquer that, thankfully, to a large degree. I mean, it's still there though, right? You still wonder, like, is this going to make a difference for anyone? So I'm guessing that a lot of people have this same thing in their mind. And so what I wanted to do in this content today is I wanted to share with you a couple of tips that I think have a high probability of making it so when you create live content on social media, people will see you. They will click on your videos. They will watch your videos. They will come back and watch more of your videos. So I'll also say that I don't know everything. So if you have ideas in addition to the ones I'm going to share in this video, I would love to hear those below. And I know that other people would get value from your ideas as well. So I'm going to share with my best thinking on this topic. So the first tip to not being ignored is to get attention with all of your content. You guys noticed that recently when I start my live video content, I'm doing something at the start of the video that's out of the ordinary. So I could come on and say, hey guys, it's Paul again. Hey guys, it's Paul again. Hey guys, it's Paul again. And that would be fine. But what if every video is a little bit different? Where I start the video, this is how I started the video today. Like, I started it with this thing. So when people see this in their social media news feed, they see this floating along and like, wait, what? What is that? Let me stop and pay attention, right? So get attention at the start of your video. And there's a whole bunch of different ways to do that. But you want to get attention at the start of your video and also in the subject line of your video and the introduction of your video. And the biggest mistake that I see people making on this is that they will tell people exactly what. So in other words, someone will start a video and they'll be like, okay, I'm going to teach something. But then what they'll do is they'll teach the thing or give the advice that they're going to give in the video right in the subject line or right in the description of the video. And here's the point is, if you do that, if people can read your title and they can read your description and kind of get the advice, then there's no reason for them to click on the video. So we have to be a little creative when we're putting content together so that people will want to watch the content that we create. So with a subject line, a couple of ways to get attention with a subject line. How to is a great start to a video. So in this video today, how to be seen by more people on your social media live videos. So in that sense, I did tell them what they're going to get in the subject line, but they still have to watch the video to get it. Does that make sense? So that's one way to get attention in a subject line. Another way to get attention in a subject line is to be somewhat mysterious in your subject line. And the way that I like to say this is tell them what they're going to get without telling them what they're going to get. And the way to do this is to take whatever you're going to put in your subject line and make it a little mysterious, like I said. And I'll give you like maybe an example. So if you were going to talk about how to get peace, and your advice was to let go, you could put in your subject line, the way to peace is letting go. Now, do you see how that would, if I could read that and it'd be like, yeah, that's right. Thank you. And then I move on and I don't watch the content. So if I wanted to mystify that subject line, I might say an ancient secrets to a peaceful heart. So there's a benefit, the peaceful heart. I'm like, ooh, I want a peaceful heart. what's the ancient secret? Now I have to click on the video to hear you tell me letting go is the ancient secret to a peaceful heart. Does that make sense? So you mystify the content, the subject line a little bit. So this is all get attention. And everything I talked about in the subject line, you want to do in the description of your video as well. I'm using StreamYard. So when I use StreamYard, people on Facebook, I don't think see the titles to my videos. So I have to be good with my description. So what do you do in your description? Same thing. You might tell a story. Like in today's description, I think I said something about, a good friend of mine shared a secret fear that was acting like a demon holding her back. Right? What's the demon? That's the point. What's the demon? We want to know what the heck the demon is. But if I would have swapped out the word demon and said the fear of not being seen, well, now people know already. There's no mystique. There's no curiosity because I want to know what the demon is. So I got to click on the video and watch the video. So that's the biggest one, is get attention, number one. Now, my next tip is to and this might be kind of part of getting attention, is you want to quickly convey a benefit that people are going to receive by investing their time to watch the video, and or convey a benefit that people might receive by deciding to tune into not just today, but to some of your future content as well. And I'll give you an example. So, and again, this is my best attempt. This could be not the perfect way to do it, but this is my way for my best thinking. So when I start my live videos, you'll hear me say in every video, hey, this is Paul. This is another episode of The Good Parts. What's The Good Parts? A daily live social media show where I go live once a day, Monday through Friday, right around 11 Eastern Standard Time, in an effort to what? What's the benefit, right? To help you create more freedom, happiness, prosperity, joy, abundance, goodness. So those are benefits. So what I'm doing, or what I'm attempting to do by saying that in every video, is dangle these benefits out there, whereby someone who hears that, who might also want more freedom, happiness, prosperity, joy, goodness, abundance, they might be like, wow, this is a cool show. Like, I want those things. So I might decide to pay attention to this show, not just today, but to the future. And this is really like, I think it's a really good thing to think about, is there a unifying benefit to all of your content? Because if you can find some sort of unifying benefit to all of your content and state it in all of your content, then in every piece of content, you're giving people a reason to tune in for the future, to go on a journey with you. And that makes it so you get more viewers, right? More people like what you're doing. They say, I want to come back tomorrow. And the other thing with that point is that I like the idea that you don't have to be perfect in the benefit that you're throwing out there for people. So when I say a daily live social media show where I go live in an effort to, right? What is that? That conveys the fact that I am not perfect. And I am also striving for more freedom, prosperity, joy, abundance, goodness in everything that I do. And so sometimes people, when they get started creating content, they're like, well, I'm not an expert. I don't have a bunch of results that I can share with people. I'm not an expert on financial freedom. I'm not, it's like, you don't have to be an expert. Share your intention with people, your benefit-driven intention. And if people resonate with that benefit-driven intention, another way to call that is a vision. What's your vision? What's your vision for yourself? What's your vision for people? What's the vision for where you want to go with what you're doing, with your efforts? Then you don't have to be an expert. And the other thing that does, I think, is it invites people to go on a journey with you. And it's like you're doing this together. It's not like, hey, I'm an expert. I know everything. I'm gonna teach you all the secrets of life. It's like, no, this is the intention. And if you resonate with this intention, this is what my show's about. Come on, join in, tune in, follow me. Let's do this together. So that's a benefit that you can share that unifies your content. And then the next thing you would want to share in your video that relates to the get attention is what is the benefit they're going to get by watching today's video. So today's video, how to be seen by more people on social media in live video content. So hopefully I said that towards the front of the video, because if I did, now you know what you're going to get if you watch the video. And then I want to deliver, right? I want to deliver. If I tell someone they're going to get something by watching my video, I better do my best to deliver what I said I was going to get. And if I deliver, if people see the mysterious benefit and then they're like, I want that, and then they watch the video and then they get what I said they were going to get, what happens then is trust. Trust is built. And when people have trust for you, I think that will definitely increase more people seeing your stuff, wanting to come back to your stuff, and definitely lower the odds that your content will be ignored. So those are my top tips on how to be seen more on social media in live video content. Were these tips helpful for you? Let me know down below. Is there one thing that you noticed from today that you can work on? Maybe don't work on all of them. Pick one. Say, hey, how am I doing with my titles? Could I create my titles in a more mysterious way? How am I doing with my descriptions? Could I work on that a little bit? How am I doing with the intro of all my videos? And pick one and work on that. And if you have any other ideas that I missed, if you're really good at creating live social media content and people are tuning in and paying attention, let us know what you're doing, because we would love to learn. Why? Because we're in this together. We're on this journey together, right? So with that, if you got value from today's video and want more content from me, I would love to encourage you to subscribe to me on social media. Why? So I can be seen less by you, or so I can be seen more by you in the future. I don't want to be ignored, right? So you can subscribe to me on social media. And also, if you want to get my content in your email inbox, I would love to encourage. Oh, that's my business partner's link. He's cool. You can go to his link too. But you can visit my website, paulhutchings.net/GIFTS, and pick up a free gift of more good content you could pick up, hopefully, that can add value and light to your life, help you on your journey forward. And also you'd be subscribing to my email list in doing that. So I'm going to come back and check the comments. Why? Because we can learn together. And if we're all engaged in this process together, we feel like we're doing something together. And I do also think that helps with content tremendously. So let me jump in. Nick Romani says, Rita Joy is awesome. Yes, she sure is. She is awesome and amazing. And the crowd goes wild for Rita Joy. Nick says, I always love the beginning. It's always different. Thank you so much. Right? Got to be creative. Booker says, yes. We're not gonna take it. To you, Booker. He's saying that on our call this morning. Booker says Lima Charlie. So I think that's a military reference. I don't understand that. Nick says, arouse curiosity and get attention. People are always looking for something interesting and intriguing. I believe that. Keeping that mystery and curiosity alive. Yes, sir. Rob Daniels says, #live. Rob, thank you for letting me know you're here today. I appreciate that. And also, when I give you an invitation, if you're watching live, to comment below, what does that do? That helps my content to be seen more on social media. So my odds of being seen less go down, and I have a chance of being seen more by people when people comment. So that's another tip that I just realized with Rob, is if you can invite engagement in your videos will be seen by more people. That's just a fact. So speak to the live viewers, invite them to participate, speak to the replay viewers, invite them to participate. And thanks again, everyone who's helping with this content. Nick says, absolutely, your tips are awesome and always appreciated. Believe me, it may not show, but I learned a lot from you. It shows. It shows. I see what you're doing, Nick, and you really are amazing. You're a professional. You're just really creating amazing content and writing. So thank you for being a great example. Gregory Pierre Louis says, I love your videos and advice. Thank you so much, Gregory. Man, how are you doing? I remember the commitment we made to each other at our last event, and I forget if we kind of stayed on track with that or not. But with these new Good Part shows that I'm doing, I know that I'm creating a daily video at least over the last 70 plus days. So, pat myself on the back, and I'd love to know how you're doing and what you're doing in your business. And I appreciate you. I know you've got so much potential, Gregory, and light and leadership and impact that you're meant to make on the world. You're already making a great impact. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Hope you have an amazing day. Get out there, take action, go for your dreams. And I'll hope to see you in a future episode of The Good Parts. If I've done a good job letting you know what you might get by deciding to tune in consistently in the future. All right. Bye for now, guys.